Yo, welcome to another episode of Ganja Hoops podcast. Of course, second time, make some noise for Epic Quizon. You know, you're late with the claps, but we on time with the project. So speaking of the project, Epi, I'm happy to see you again. Of course,
Yep,
you
it's
know what I'm
always good to
saying?
see you, man.
Uh, I don't know what since I last saw you. I think it was October. I think we brought it back to
Something like
October,
that.
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Is there anything that was new since then that
Well,
we missed on?
I've been busy with work. Basically, mostly in front of a camera. I just finished a serie, which was called Pira-Pirasong Paraiso, and now I'm doing one for Channel 7. It's called Pulang Araw.
Whoa! Don't, does it ever like? Does it ever get old for you? I mean, since birth, you like in front of the camera. Does it ever?
It only gets old when you're not having fun with it anymore. Once you're having fun with what you do and you're loving what you do, then I think it never gets old, no?
Yeah, no. Like for me, I got attracted to going your way because I sense that fun. I think we can learn from someone like you that enjoys this art form. You know,
Well, the good thing about this art form, it's complete. You have the visuals, you have the audio, you have the music, you have it's all there, and you're actually documenting that idea in your head, right? So I
and
guess
to
that's
me
what you're
that's the
doing right
hard.
now.
Like to me that yeah, exactly. I want to reach that level where I'm used to putting albums together, music albums, and I think I've done it so many times, and I feel like it got it got easier that I'm not challenged anymore. That's not my challenge. That to put the visual together with the music is the full challenge. Now for you, now you've done that multiple times in your career already. What is the next big obstacle? Like you've done this, you've done that. You've reached awards. What is next with this audio visual? What's the next challenge? What keeps your,
Well,
you know?
there are crazy ideas in my head, but there's always there's always a story to tell, right? So I guess I'm in the point of my career where what is the next story to tell? As in terms of being a director, a producer, I still I have several in my mind right now, and I'm looking for investors. So
Dope.
one is an animation project with these guys here. We're in the office of G Ward Inc.
Yeah,
And
I
these
was gonna
guys are
ask you
like
that.
like a sister company to Epic Productions, and these guys are badass animators as well as Directorio is a in the industry. He's very well known to be a collaborator, producer, director, together with his wife, Miss PJ Vicuña and Alvin Anson. They operate this firm, this company. It's called G Ward, and we're here right now.
That's dope. Thank you for inviting me here, by the
Well,
way.
the reason why I invited you here instead of my house is that I want you to meet this team of mine that can actually help you with ganja hoops.
Oh, you hear that? You
Right?
hear that? You hear that? And I'm here to let them know that we're working our butt off to make sure we get the best to handle, to care, to advise, to suggest, to partner up, to expand, to build with. And it's happening now and excited to he don't want to be in front of the lens Directorial, but we'll find a way to get him and to say a
Well, just
couple of words,
reverse the
man.
camera and you'll see him.
Where's my phone at? I get him over here. Uh, so in this world of filmmaking, there's a space where they say it's post edit. That's a department but where people do. You tell them what's the job of post editing places
Well,
or
basically, in filmmaking, you capture you capture the scene as you plan it for the day, right? So now it's on film. But basically, what you get is the raw footage, right? No audio. I mean, you get the audio. You can capture the sound that your actors uh, make as they make their dialogues. You hear the sound of the chair, or probably even the ambience, ambient sound, ambience of the whole location. You capture that, but there's no music, there's no scoring, there's no, you see the video, it's not colored properly. So basically, post post prod, post
Yes.
production is where you put all that together, just like Lego pieces. You
Yeah.
put them all together, and that's where you paint it through color corrections and tinting. Basically, you're tinting the film, and that's where you add special effects if the need be.
Yeah.
And of course, you enhance that with musical scoring and all that. And basically, this is where you trim, cut, and put every pieces together,
Right.
right? Even your 2D animation, like graphics and what do you call this, fonts
So
or
where would you
texts.
think, where would you feel is spent the most on a movie, whether it's funds or time? You think post production is more where you need time to spend on
you
than
you really have to put in not just time, but a part of your production cost goes to post prod, because I can shoot anything, and and if I don't have the proper post production, then I just have that anything, and it's raw, and it's unmanicured.
right.
So basically, this is where we manicure, we put cosmetics, we blow dry, you know what I mean. We put the bling, we dress it up, we
Yes.
put the bling. This is where it happens.
I
So
smile because although
if you watch like Quentin Tarantino films, there's a
yeah.
lot of bling to it, right?
Uh-huh.
They want to go 70s, and then even the fonts are like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
highlighted, color. You see it colored, you see it, scored properly. That's where the blings and
Got you, got
the
you. That's why you style on them, huh?
exactly, we style it in post production, basically, as we put the Lego chips
So now
that
let me
you've
share you
captured
where we
on
at and what we
production.
experienced, right? So far, for those who don't know, that's watching, owns an NFT in this community. So as you already can see, like how much time, how much game, how much love Epi's given us. So that's a good sign for us, right? So we bumped into a situation where we already started shooting and we are able to accumulate enough energy to own equipment to keep on shooting. So keep on supporting, keep being patient. And now the problem that I came about scheduling the time of the people involved for me so far is my early, like the hardest thing to twist to put in one
It's like a
space.
hurdle, right?
Yeah, because this required a mansion. This required players that don't even live in the Philippines that are a part of this movement. So now when an emergency happened on a couple that had an important part in it, that just straight up destroyed that whole plan where people were already flown.
Were
Down
you
payments
married
were
to the
down
couple?
payments
But
huh?
were you married to the couple playing the part?
You know what? And that's the lesson that was learned. We need
See,
more, bigger,
you
harder
have to be
commitments.
you have to be able to adjust
Right.
to
Got
like,
it.
for example, am
Understudies.
I doing this role for you? I mean, how important is Epi Quizon for that role? I mean, you have to consider that, plus the fact that if I say no to the day that you've scheduled it, how important is it that you give up the day for me? You
Got
know what
you.
I mean? So
Yes.
you have to weigh in
Yes.
balance, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is where a producer plays a producer's role, and the director has to accept the facts wherein, oh, the couple cannot make it for today, and we're gonna spend X amount of money and energy. Then I guess I can let go of the couple and get another couple to play the roles.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you have
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
This
Yes.
That's where the producer's hat comes in, right?
And that
So
and then that's where the learning is.
that's
That's
where the
where the
learning
learning
is. That's
happens,
where the
right?
learning.
So now that I've learned it, especially the hard learn, the real lesson hits you in the pocket.
Exactly. Exactly. It always does. It always does.
The hardest
It
lesson always
always
hits the
does. I
pocket.
mean, that's why you have to like when we were filming Bukal and it started raining, and you know that when it rains and you step on grass, you'll have footprints, right? And basically, Bukal is an untouched
Oh,
area
yes,
in the jungle.
yes,
So imagine for me to decide, okay, if I pack this day up, it's gonna cost me about what 500, 600,000 pesos just to send people home and then reshoot and then go back for another day when it's dry. That's how much it was gonna spend. But again, I was filming. If I don't pack up and risk the 500,000, I will never get to shoot the venue, the location, as how I envisioned it.
right.
So I decided, okay, I'm not married to the 600,000.
Uh
I'm
huh.
more married to filming it right.
Uh huh.
So that's when I decided, okay, then I have to spend money for it. And that's, these are lessons that you learn as a producer
And how much you want that shot.
because it's how much you want the shot. Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So this is the early learnings that I was able to do. But with the right attitude, I've always used a bad situation to turn good. We was able to do that and shift things around where uh, we kind of switch our energy. Where sometimes the hardest thing to do in life is learn to let go, and you need to let go of something,
Yeah.
right? So just that thought of like being a quarterback who can audible and make the right decision for the best. You know
For
what I mean?
anything in life,
For
actually, right?
anything in
For
life. For
anything in
anything in
life,
life.
whether it's filmmaking, whether it's making uh, creating music,
Yeah. So organization
is key.
is
It's
key.
key.
So I think for our end that the challenge is taken upon. I don't feel alone. I feel like there's 4,293 pieces of this
Yeah,
laying
yeah, yeah.
around over there, and that is new. And I thought it was I think this particular episode it brings a lot of comfort that we're in the right direction, that we are now. They never seen. Now you know what post production place is like because we're in one. Now what we didn't have before, we're attracting with our energy the right places. So now in our situation,
Well, you can always do post production in your place, right? In your pad, in
Adrian,
Adrian's pad or something like that. You can do it,
JC,
but you're basically spreading yourself too thin, since you are filming your
yes, yes,
material,
yes.
right? So you want everyone focusing on one department so that you don't spread yourself too thin, right?
Is
So
there a least important department? There's
uh,
no such.
there's no
I don't
such
want to does this.
there's
Does
no such
even
thing.
okay? What department has the least responsibility? How about that?
Well, they say the one who makes your food, right?
Yeah, you think so?
Utility.
Yeah, he
That's
throw
the
he throw
smallest person
he
in
put
the
rat
set.
poison. Yeah, he put rat
Oh,
poison
yeah,
in your
exactly. And
coffee.
then they can f up your drink or
Yeah, yeah,
your
yeah. Oh, my
food. Then
stomach's messed up. Cancel the
then
shoot.
they're not the smallest person on the set anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're
They're
not.
playing.
No,
They can play
no.
God with your
That's
food.
right. That's right.
So
No, no,
basically,
no.
there's no
There's
such
no,
thing. There's no
no.
such thing.
There's no such thing. Everyone's important.
Yeah. I mean, take one piece out, then the whole pie just crumbles. The whole pyramid just crumbles, right?
So the challenge that was put upon us is like, look, I watch other documentaries of how movies became. Halloween, I saw it on Netflix. If those watching, whatever, how they made this movie, that movie, even that movie Desperado with Rodriguez, the one that he did, Ma- uh, I forgot the one that was before Desperado. Anyway, these are like $7,000 movies that became like $100 million situations, and then I look at what was behind how it became. each one of them had budget problems. Each one of them had budget problems. They had the same similar story of budget problems, but they also each one of them has one or few determined motherfucking souls that will find a way to finish and shoot and compromise on things that
Again, that's
became
where the
legendary.
producer's hat comes in. I mean, if there's a producer, if you find the right producer, then the producer can help you save on certain aspects of the project where where you can let go, like uh, like uh, like a crane shot in the middle of a desert where we have to bring the crane in on top of a mountain. It
Yeah.
requires a lot of people to bring the crane. I can then the producer can go. Why can't we just shoot it with a drone? Probably could be a drone, could be a less quality, but still you get the shot, right? So the producer can go, okay, I'll go for the drone, and then spend more on post production so that it won't be too
Dry or whatnot.
or too low quality.
Yeah.
Not the post prod can enhance it to at least match your footage. You know what I mean? So now I saved money. No, now I can buy uh, a score. The I can score it better with this money. Maybe I can get a cello to add in the scoring of this thing because I think the cello sounds good with the drone shot. Oh, okay. Now I have money to get a celloist and a pianist to score it for me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Which hat would you enjoy the most? The acting,
I love
the
I
directing,
love
the producing,
producing.
the
I
sound?
love producing.
Producing,
I
just the
love
overall.
producing.
Like, here's the outcome here. I produced this movie.
No, because I when a scene is told to me as an actor, I envision myself in that scene, and it's easy to put in my producer's hat as an actor because I see myself in the scene, so I know what it requires. So basically, the producer's hat is easy for me because I don't know. My family has been doing that for since I was born, right? So
Hey, you lead. You know what I'm saying? I see you like, uh, just that our song. We always got to bring up our song. You know what I mean? You can't put it together a song with a cast like that and not be a leader of some sort.
well, basically, it's still the director who leads it, right? The director is still the captain of the ship, and the producer's job is to make the producer's job is to make the director's life easy, or to give what the director wants. You have to make it possible for the director to get. Like for example, if the director again sees the scene this way, with this scoring, with this actor, with these props, with this location, then the producer has to make that happen, right? So I guess if you're directing it, you will need someone to help you produce it. You need someone to help you put all the chips together.
Top five directors that inspired Epic Quizon.
Oh, local?
Local, global, just
Uh,
period. Five directors
Akira
that helped.
Kurosawa. I mean, my personal favorite is Akira Kurosawa and Stanley Kubrick. My personal favorites. I like Quentin. I like Quentin's. I like Guy Ritchie. That kind of action, that kind of flavor, that kind of colors, and editing, fast edits. Awkward scenes, awkward shots.
Requiem for a Dream. Who did that one?
Who did Requiem for a Dream?
That's not Guy Ritchie film.
No,
right?
no, 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 no. Uh, well, we can research on that. We can go back on Requiem for locals. I like of course Peke Galiaga, the Red Brothers, even John, even the kid of John Red now, si Mikhail. The Red family, they're like really, they for me they're the epitome of an independent film production. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like them. Who else? Local, of course. Did I say Peke Galiaga? I said Peke Galiaga already. I like Yam Laranas. Yam Laranas also has every time I work with Yam Laranas, we have this he always has this weird character for me, and he always gives me the weirdest and most awkward roles, not just roles, but scenes that will go for that character. I mean, it's
You
just
like
like
you
I
like
love
like the
working.
challenge. You like challenge. You like the characters that are like like I don't
No,
know.
I like when I read a script. Okay, blah blah blah. I read the script, and then there's a detail that says um, he does this weird thing, or there's this weird thing that he's gonna do, and basically it's like the director's telling you, okay, I'll give you freedom for this scene. I mean, I don't know if you saw Greed, and there's a scene where I was walking, and then I realized that the people who ran from me, the people I'm looking for, I suddenly realized that I have the answer for how to find them. And then Yam Rananas goes, okay, do your shit on this scene. What do you mean do my shit? I don't know. Dance ballet or something like that. If you do, even if you don't know how to ballet, in the middle of the jungle while me sweating and all that, I'm like suddenly I was doing a.
Yeah, just going.
Well, I was just going for it. I had that freedom to like really just play with the scene. So I like that because it's odd.
Yeah.
I like odd things.
Bring it back to Let me bring you back now. Like me, when I ended up being in New York, the only influence that I had, or the biggest influence that I had keeping me connected to culture of the Philippines is the movies that I had in VHS. Tagalog, pelikulang mga Tagalog na araw-araw kong pinanood na doon ko lang nakukuha at napupulot kung ano yung pagka-Pilipino ko nung una kong lapag sa Amerika. Anyway, I was a fan of Chiquito, Panchito, Dolphy, Redford, Babalu, all the way down to the Ruben Aristorenas, or whatever, the old school Lito Lapi, Jess Lapi. I'm just a fan of old school Tagalog film. Now, bringing back to Dolphy, did you ever, did he have they faced competition? Like who was his if Michael Jordan had Clyde Drexler, who they would put up against Dolphy to compete with him in the movies? Like who would be
Well, at
like
the time, there were just really the three kings, right? They say. But basically, for
who were
box,
they?
well, the three kings is Arab, FPJ, and my dad.
Oh, okay, yeah. You
So
got
one is the king of comedy, one is the king of action films, which is Arab, and then the king of Philippine cinema. So basically, there were the three kings. But during basically back in the day, I remember during the 80s, 90s, it was really just FPJ, uh, Ramon Revilla,
Ramon Revilla.
my dad, and Sharon Gabi, who would compete for her,
Right,
compete
right.
for the box office. Then of course the when the younger generation arrived, no, the Baguettes days. So basically, those were the top earning movies of the year. I mean, and my dad and FPJ, Dito Ronnie, will always make busina. Okay, I'm gonna have my film released on April 18.
Oh, that's
Oh,
dope.
okay. I'll
Bigayan,
avoid I'll
bigayan.
avoid those times. So
Galing, galing, galing,
I can
galing.
help you. I can help you. With I'm not gonna bump heads with you.
Right,
So can I
right.
can I get mine right 3 weeks after that? Okay,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So it was an unspoken rule.
Right, right.
Then of
I
course you
still
have
it still
then of
is.
course
I
you have
mean
Viva Films.
that's
Well, I
still
forgot
like
you have
that.
Viva Films. Viva Films
Right.
was a very major player. It's a big major player until now. Viva Films is like really, really on top of the game, right?
That's dope to know because like a lot of the kids now, I don't know how deep rooted they would be to that kind of like film history. So I don't know. Some of the things that always made me curious were like things like that. I wanted to get my book signed with Dolphy, but I'm happy to meet him in Bubble Gang opening in QC. How about in
What if
music?
I tell him to visit you tonight? You know why?
You know what, man? He's welcome, man. I could learn a thing or
Pull your
two.
toe while you're sleeping.
I'd be
Oh,
like, you know what I
dude.
would ask? I'd be like, King Dolphy. I know Epi prayed and he came through tonight. He's like this. I have a battle in America against uh, a person that he makes a living as a teacher, a rap battle. What's the funniest and worst thing of a diss can I say to this teacher? If he come tonight and tell me, mess around, I'll keep it be on my lyrics in March 16th. From the king, baby. What's poppin'? Anyway, so I mean, there's so much more time to talk. I don't know what you like to discuss and what advice you would give to us, but you know, give it this one last long topic that will help us be inspired.
Actually, for me, it's filmmaking is really it's like creating your plan and executing this plan with the right crew, with the right army, who will help you put up or plan or create a good strategy on execution. Because the plan could be there. The plan can be clear, crystal clear. But if you don't strategize with your crew, it's important to do it with your crew so that your crew knows it from the heart, from the soul, from the mind. He knows if they know the direction, then that ship will just go keep on moving forward with everyone rowing in the same direction.
Yeah.
Right? So once someone doesn't know no shit, and then you put him on the boat, he might be steering the other way, and it can
Yeah.
cause.
Love to Pino G, Direct JC, Otto, Adrian, and now we have Epi. Epi, you ever met Omar B of High Minds yet?
Nah, not
Never
yet, not
met,
yet.
huh?
Nah.
I'm sure he's excited to meet you. I told him about the story, like I told you about the scene. So basically, here's a little heads up to you guys that he gets to have a scene with Omar Balil, and you get to meet him. And I'm excited for that. 'Cause he's a good friend. He's a good soul, and I think like you guys connecting will have your own synergy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, well, basically, like what you said, I mean, off cam earlier, we were talking about April to shoot a scene, right?
Yes, sir.
So again, I guess you go to that location, you go to the moment, you see you check how you're gonna light this location,
Yes.
right? And then the availability of the location, and then if you have that, then the availability of the actors involved, your crew, all that. If you plan it right, then as soon as we film it, we put it together, we bring it to G-Ward, we
Let's
put
go,
it together,
G1.
and then
Let's
they can see.
go.
Then I guess they can see it in the future, pretty soon, right?
Yes, pretty soon. We shoot in April. Hopefully May 7th we have something to show to the
You know what
community.
they're looking for is a proof of concept, and I think that scene that we're filming is your proof of concept, right?
Let's go. And of course, that connection with Ice Cube just continues, and you guys will be updated. Uh, any last words? Because I'm good with this one, and I'm so happy that I get to see you again and get
I'm
to
good. I'm
update.
actually excited for April.
You know what I mean? My brother.
My brother, from
Yo.
another mother.
There you go. Another dope episode, another new learnings, and of course, more to come. And you're going to see us here a lot because it looked like we got a new partnership going on. Salamat.